something else. Hello.
Sorry.
Are you making a cameo?
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh yeah, I can.
Homeboy wants that special juice.
Are you serious?
Yeah, there's no milk.
Yeah. You gave it to me because you don't run away. Wait, this is your diaper change, don't you? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing good today. In today's video, I am going to be going over exactly what was in my hospital bag, what I ended up taking and not using, and what I actually used, as well as the things that the midwife gave to me to take home. So I hope you find this video useful in preparing your own hospital bag to make sure you take things that you're gonna actually need. So yeah, let's get started. So before I get started on naming all the items, I do just want to say I ended up looking at so many YouTube videos of other females saying exactly what they put into their hospital bag, and that's more or less the items that I ended up putting into my hospital bag. So because I gave birth at a birthing center, the midwife did actually give me this list of items for me to bring to the hospital when it was time to give birth. What I'll do is kind of just put a screenshot maybe of the items on the screen for you guys to see. There is quite a lot of stuff in here. Some of the things I didn't necessarily need because I gave birth at a birthing center. We ended up staying there once I gave birth, maybe 4 or 5 hours. So it's not like a hospital stay where you're gonna have to maybe stay overnight or 2 nights. So you're gonna need a lot of things. So there was a lot of stuff on here that I didn't necessarily need, but it might be helpful for other moms who end up giving birth at a hospital and you don't really know exactly what to take with you. So I'll put that on there for you to see. So to start off with, we ended up taking about, how many bags? I think we ended up taking 4 bags to the birthing center. So one bag was just everything to do with the baby, so it was all of Ethan's stuff. The second bag was a suitcase. It was a small suitcase for our things. So I'll roughly go through that stuff. I won't really show you guys what was in there because it's just like basic stuff. The third bag was a camera bag, which was what my husband dealt with because I wasn't gonna deal with that stuff. And then the fourth bag was to do with like food and drinks and all that good stuff. So in the camera bag, we ended up having a GoPro, this camera, the Sony camera that I'm using, we had a Canon camera, and then a whole bunch of other things like tripods and all that stuff. And like I said, my husband dealt with that. If you're someone that would like to record or take pictures of your birth or your partner does it for you, these are kind of the things that we put into it if that will, you know, sort of inspire you or, you know, kind of tell you what you should take and things like that. Make sure you take batteries. That is one of the biggest things because I know my husband was with me from beginning to end, but I did hear him often, you know, having to change batteries, charge batteries, things like that. So prior to labor, we were out here trying to buy like extra batteries for all the cameras and battery chargers just to make sure that, you know, however long the birth was going to be, we were going to have it all recorded and we're going to have everything that we needed. In the other bag, the food and drinks one, there's a list here telling you exactly what you need. So bottled water, coconut water, ew, I tried it because I was going to put it in the bag and then I was like, don't like it. What else? There's Recharge, Powerade, Gatorade, non-acidic fruit juices. So there's a lot of recommendations on there, and one big thing that the midwife wanted me to have was a protein meal, a high protein meal for after I gave birth. So what I ended up doing was making a vegetable and bean soup that I ended up just completely blending, and I froze it. I think I have about like 5 containers of it. I just made like a whole big batch and I never really ate the rest, but I took 1 container with me and that was really good. They wanted me to have a full meal before I ended up leaving just to make sure that I was taking in all my nutrients. We also had a pre-made meal for my husband that we just got at Walmart. It was some sort of pasta, whatever thing it was. He didn't even end up eating it. We were there for like, I don't even know, like over 10 hours, 15 hours, I don't know however long, and he did not eat. Like all he ate was, I think 1 or 2 crackers or something like that. He didn't really eat that whole time, which was crazy. In the food and drinks bag, I had Gatorade, which was completely just gross. I don't like Gatorade. But I ended up, after giving birth, finding something called body armor, which was just like, I loved it. It's so good. And it's just one of them, what did it call it? Like electronic drinks or something. You probably know what I'm trying to say, but I don't know. I guess I could write it, or my husband can write it here. I don't really know exactly like how to pronounce this word, but it just gives you a lot of energy, and it has less sugar than Gatorade, so I really preferred that. But I ended up finding it after I gave birth. I also had in there pear juice because you can't have any acidic juices, so I ended up getting pear juice, which was so good. And then of course bottles of water, and all of that stuff we ended up keeping in the fridge that they had over there, because they have a full, you know, kitchen, bedroom and everything. It's quite fancy, I must admit. So I ended up having that, and then of course we had like crackers, we had protein bars, which are just gross. I hate protein bars, but I had that there just to kind of give me some little boost. But throughout the labor I ended up throwing up anyway, so couldn't really eat too much of it. So that is the food and drinks bag. Then we had our suitcase full of our clothing. So in there I had 2 towels, one for each of us, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna get in the pool, so I'm gonna need a towel. Bear in mind, they had all that stuff in there. I didn't need to bring any towels or anything. I also brought a black maxi dress that I thought I was going to wear once I came home. Did I wear that? I don't think I did. I think I honestly just, oh yeah, I did wear that, never mind. Yes, I did wear it. Here's me thinking I wore something else, but no, I did wear it. So that was very simple for me to just put on. I had my sports bra underneath, and then just the maxi dress, which was really nice and simple to just put on one thing instead of putting on like, I don't know, trousers and a t-shirt. Obviously it's just a few seconds to put on, but to me that was a big deal, having given birth to a human. So we had that. I had a bunch of my adult diapers, you know, it's not very glamorous, but hey, had loads of those. And I had spare change of clothes for my husband because we thought maybe he was gonna get into the pool, so we had spare clothes for him. And then other like little things like socks and panties for me and things like that, which I never used. All I used was the maxi dress. Am I sweating? Oh my gosh, I'm sweating. Lord have mercy. This is that Florida heat. It's hot. Yeah, so that's all I ended up using, was just the dress and then my diapers, and pretty much it. So I mentioned those 3 bags, and then the last bag, which is the most important bag of course, was Ethan's bag. So this bag I ended up getting from Amazon. Bear in mind, most of the items that I have are from Amazon. Anything else would be from either Target or Walmart, but most of it is from Amazon because, listen, who doesn't like next day delivery, you know? Like, we like that quick stuff, you know? And the good thing about Amazon is you can return most stuff anyway. So if it turns out you don't like something, all you have to do is go to UPS and just return it, and it's so simple. I cannot tell you how many things that I've gotten and returned, and I bet if I got it from like Target or something, I wouldn't have been able to return it. So this is his bag. I can't really pronounce the name, but like I said, everything that I'm able to link down below. So if I go on Amazon, I would definitely link it down below. So yeah, I can't pronounce the name of this bag, but oh, I absolutely love it. It took me ages to find a hospital, whatever, diaper bag, if you want to call this. This one is just amazing. It has so many compartments, like it's ridiculous. So starting off, I ended up buying this Dermablast. I ended up buying this because I kept seeing it all over TikTok, honestly. Probably should have spoken to my midwife before I bought this. I ended up buying this at Walmart. It was so difficult to find, let me tell you. I don't know if it's because it was on TikTok that everyone kept buying it. It was difficult to find, and then when I finally found it at Walmart, I was like, okay, let me get it. And then I didn't bother, like, you know, keeping the receipt to return it if I needed to. But I bought it before I spoke to my midwife. Not a good thing, because then once I spoke to her, she told me she would rather I didn't use this because there's a lot of other side effects that could go with it, and she would just rather that I just kind of like healed naturally. And to be honest, I didn't need it whatsoever. One thing I did use when I came home though was this Frida Peri Bottle. So for you guys who don't know about it, you just fill this up with warm water, and once you give birth and you go to the bathroom to, you know, relieve yourself, you just spray this up your hoo-ha to kind of like clean the area, because you're not supposed to use any baby wipes or any tissue down there. If you do, you kind of just pat it dry, you don't rub it. So yeah, this was brilliant when I came home, because at the birthing center they gave me a different Peri Bottle to use, so I couldn't be bothered to go and get this one out of my bag and everything, but it is quite good. I mean, you can adjust it as to how far, you know, you're gonna spray in your goodies. You just, you know, squeeze this and it'll blast off water. It's not a very strong spray, so you're not gonna, you know, damage your hoo-ha. The one that they gave me at the birthing center, they said I could take home, but I didn't really like it. It was one of them ones that was like this and you just spray upwards. Yeah, I didn't like that. I like this, you know, you kind of just whoosh. It's cool. Anyways, I love it. When I came home, that is what I use all the time. Now I don't use it. And then in the front side, I had, of course, my wallet with me, my keys, and then, oh my god, please, I cannot stress this enough, take Vaseline or take some lip balm or something, because you're going to be so dehydrated and your lips are going to get chapped and just look gross. So if you don't want to feel uncomfortable, Vaseline, okay? Just Vaseline, petroleum jelly, whatever you call it, just get that. The front side of this is an insulated part, so you can put, you know, your baby bottles in here. What I have in here, I left it in here because I didn't take it out, but when he was born, we ended up having issues with him latching onto my nipple and taking out milk. So what I ended up doing was hand expressing the milk into like a little spoon or something, and just taking this syringe and kind of taking the milk and just squirting it into his mouth slowly. The midwife ended up giving me a bunch of these, so I completely forgot to take it out of my bag. In this compartment, mask, of course, you know, you've got to have a spare mask, coronavirus and all that. I ended up taking for us deodorant, so this was just a mini one. Of course, you can buy these literally anywhere. This one ended up being from, I think it was the Amazon free box that they give to you, or the Target free box for when you tell them that you're pregnant, and they give you like this little goodie bag. It ended up coming in either one of them, so I ended up just putting it in here. To be honest, didn't use it whatsoever, because like I say, we only stayed there a few hours, didn't stay there overnight, so didn't use it. But I guess it's handy to just leave in here, you know, when the baby's born and you go out and you feel a bit, you know, fishy, not fishy, oniony. My BO smells like onion, so there you go. You can just have this in here and you can just freshen yourself up. There you go. This is something that my mom always taught me growing up. It's just like an in-case bag or something. You probably think like, Joana, like what is this? Like my husband would say to me. But it is basically just an in-case bag. Honestly, like it's in the name. So I have like a bunch of panty liners, so mini pads in here. Why did I have this in here? I have no idea. I honestly thought in my head, like, you know, I always had this everywhere in my purse, or now I have it in here because I no longer use my purse, I use this. I just kept thinking, like, you know how many times in school or at work a lady would be like, hey, do you have any like extra pads that I can use? And I would feel terrible when I didn't have it. So I just put this in here just in case I ever came across a lady in Walmart and like in the bathroom and she needed a pad. Because I'm that girl, you see. I'm that friend you want to have, you know. I'm like prepared, you know. Mary Poppins, basically. Mary Joana, bruh, good name. I also have band-aids. Why? This is just the in-case bag, okay? Band-aids, because you never know if you're ever gonna fall over, because I'm clumsy. Spare masks, of course, because coronavirus is still around. And then 2 tampons, again, not for me because I was pregos, but for a lady if she needed it, you know. No, this is the super flow because your girl's cooch can handle it. And paracetamol, just in case, you know, you're dying and you need some sort of revivation. And antiviral handy wipes. Anyways, antibacterial wipes, just, you know, because places are nasty. And then a gold pen because, you know, sometimes I've gone to a lot of places where I needed a pen and I didn't have it, so here we go. Always have a pen with you. And then you probably were like, Joana, what was this cutlery? We eat out a lot. This is just my just in case bag. If we ever go somewhere we need cutlery, we have it. And it comes with tissue and salt and pepper. hello, why wouldn't you have it? And then of course your hand sanitizer, which I ended up getting from the ultrasound place that we went to. She would give us like goodie bags every single time we went there, and this was one of them. Should have been a sign because she kept giving me blue and I never noticed, like, oh my gosh, blue, boy. Anyways, and then in this compartment, I'm telling you, it has loads. I had a bunch of wipes that I ended up getting free in like goodie bags, and I love them because they were just the mini ones. Like this one holds like 10 wipes, and I thought, oh my god, who needs to carry those big ass white bags? You just need like mini ones just in case anything. So had those in here. And then 2 diapers. Usually I put like a whole bunch in here, maybe like 4 or something. But to be honest, we haven't really been going out anywhere, only when he has an appointment or I have a checkup appointment, and that's when, you know, we'll just take this stuff with us. And then on this side, I ended up just putting a whole bunch of diaper sacks in here just in case he ever does a big poopy and it stinks. Those are the scented ones, so it will kind of smell floral like. Is that how you say it? Floral? Floral? I don't know. Oh. I'm finding these everywhere I go, but these are basically my diapers. Look at that. I mean, they tried it. They put like flowers and a bow at the front, you know, to try and make it look cute. I ended up getting like a I ended up getting a size large because, you know, your girl's belly was ginormous. These were my my diapers. I can do a little fashion show for you guys if you want. Doesn't look very elegant, but hey. So on the inside, I ended up taking with me 2 hats for him. Don't really know why I thought he needed to have hats, but they were on the list, so I was like, okay, sure. And I don't know if he can, no, yes, he did come home with a hat on. I don't really know why, because Florida is literally boiling, so I don't know what I was thinking. We ended up finding out later that he's quite hot-blooded, and I don't mean that in like an attitude behavior type of thing. Like, he's literally just very warm all the time, just like me and his dad, so we don't put hats on him anymore. And then like 2 socks, we didn't end up putting these on him anyway because the onesie that he had on had the little feet thing, so he didn't really need socks. I just thought, didn't want to overheat him. But yeah, we had these. We also had 2 cloths just in case of anything. Don't really know why we felt we needed it, but we did. This, I don't really know. It came free as part of something. I don't know if it was this bag or was something else that I bought from Amazon that it ended up coming with. I don't know why that's in here. I guess you could just put it as a cloth or burping cloth or something. Another thing that they asked in the midwife list was swaddle blankets, 2 to 3. 2 or 3 of them, 2 to 3. 2 or 3 of them, so we ended up taking them. Didn't use them whatsoever because they had a whole bunch of swaddle blankets there, so we didn't use it. But I use them a lot now in the house for different things, whether it's just to wrap him up. If we're taking him to the doctor's appointment and I just put like a sleeveless onesie on him because it's hot, I just take these to either put it over the car seat if it's too sunny in the car, or if it's a little bit windy, I kind of just put it on his little legs, his little chicken legs. Oh, they're getting chubby. So I had that, or sometimes I do swaddle him at home if his actual swaddle is in the wash, so that came handy anyway. Not for the hospital, but the after, it came good. What I also took in here, which I don't have in here, was his little journal book, which I had been doing throughout the whole pregnancy. I wanted to put his little footprints and handprints on there because it does say if you want that to bring something for it, but we ended up not doing that anyway. But I ended up doing it at home, which is, so that's fine. And then on the paperwork, it does say to either bring 2 baby onesies, a long sleeve, 1-piece outfit, hat and socks. And to be honest, all we ended up using was the onesie, not the bodysuit on the inside, because like I said, it's Florida, it's way too hot to be wearing all of that. So this was actually what he wore to come home. It's a little bit tight on him now because he's getting big, but yeah, this is what he wore when he came home. It's from Amazon. I loved how it was just a zip up one. It's so much easier than them like little buttons. They're so annoying. It comes with the little hand covers, so you don't have to worry about him scratching his face, because they do have some long ass nails when they come out of your hoo-ha. Like I said, he had the little, I don't know what you would call this, little foot covers, I don't even know, so he didn't need socks. So yeah, this was his first outfit, and I will forever keep this. And where he got his blood, what did he have? What do you call it? Blood removal or something? Basically, when they tested out his blood, they had to like poke him on his foot. So he has a blood stain on there, which I've tried to wash it out, but it won't come out. And you know what? I don't care. It's a memory. So I'm that weird mom that would just like keep all that weird stuff. I actually have his umbilical cord in a little container when it fell off. So yes, I am that mother. Like I said, we ended up taking little onesies. Oh no, these are bodysuits. We ended up taking these for him and not using them. I ended up taking one in a size newborn and one in a size 0 to 3 months because I didn't know exactly how much he was gonna weigh and I didn't know how long he was gonna be, if they were gonna fit, so I kind of just took a mixture. So I had this one in a newborn and then I had a whole nother outfit that was 0 to 3 months just in case this one didn't fit, but it was perfect because he was tiny. This one is just trousers, but this is from like a different day. This has nothing to do with the birth. That's pretty much it that I remember that was in this bag. A lot of the stuff I did take out because we've been using it now for his doctor's appointments. I also took with us our temperature, what is this called? A thermostat? No, thermostat. A thermometer. Oh my god, I'm gonna edit that out. Sounds stupid. A thermometer. Definitely did not want one that would go up his booty hole or like under his armpit, so I ended up just getting these ones that you kind of just like put over the forehead. It doesn't have to touch skin or anything, so this was really handy. I'm pretty sure this was from Amazon as well. It wasn't too expensive. Absolutely loved it. I ended up getting mastitis. I'm still kind of recovering from it. I'm still taking antibiotics, so this was really handy because I did end up catching a fever, so we have used this a whole bunch. Other things that I had, like this was also on the list, is the hydrogen peroxide. Don't know how to say it. Basically on the list it says to get this just for any like stains, so blood stains or anything like that. Never used it, never been open, never used it, so didn't really need it, I suppose. When we came home, the midwife did give us a few items. So this, I guess this is called a bulb. Is it called a bulb? I don't really know. Basically it's just to suction out anything from his nose. She used it on his nose and his mouth just to get all that crap out. This has actually been really handy. I didn't think it would be. I just kept thinking that it was going to be something very old-fashioned, so I never bought one myself. What I ended up buying was the Frida nose picker. That has been brilliant. We have literally been using that all the time, and this since he's been in the world, because he does get a lot of boogers all the time, and it's disgusting. Anyways, I also ended up buying one of them nose suction, whatever they're called. I'll like post it up on here. Have never used this. We were going to use it the other day and then we just never did, and it was only because I remember that I had it and I was like, oh, let's just try it. Definitely not something that we need. I can't return it now because the return window has closed, unfortunately, so I'm just gonna have to have it. But definitely this was amazing and it was given to us by the midwife. Another thing that I ended up bringing home that the midwife gave to us was this herbal mixture powder concussion thing. She did tell us what was in there, but I honestly cannot remember. But it's more or less in the color of turmeric, so it's yellow. I think that's how you say it, turmeric. And basically you're supposed to put this all over his umbilical cord, just that it helps it dry it out. So there's a lot of that in here. I'm not really sure if the hospital gives mums anything like this, but this is what we were given at the birthing center, and it has been absolutely amazing. We never had any issue with his umbilical cord, no infections, nothing like that, and now it's fallen off, so yeah, can't wait to give him a bath. Another thing, just as I remember, before we had the whole labor, I did prepare a playlist for me. So I had videos saved on my YouTube that were like affirmations, just someone speaking positive things out that I could just listen to, such as like, you're doing a really great job, with like calming music in the background, because I kept thinking I'm gonna need something that is kind of just like encouraging me. So I had a whole bunch of videos saved under a playlist, and I had a whole bunch of like music as well. I ended up only sticking to one video actually during the labor. Jeffrey kind of just like, I guess, selected it out of the whole bunch and really just stuck to that. It was really calming. It was just a kind of like piano playing music with like rain sounds. It kind of just felt like you were in a salon or spa. That's how it felt, and he had that playing on throughout the whole time, and it was just honestly so relaxing just to have that. That was really helpful. I ended up not using any of the affirmation videos because there was a point where I didn't want anyone talking to me, so I wasn't gonna want to hear anyone like telling me you're doing a good job and blah blah blah. So the music was really helpful. I would definitely encourage moms to have that, have some sort of playlist, just, you know, to kind of keep you focused and relaxed, because it can be quite stressful. One thing I did end up taking that I forgot to mention was this. I think this is the Boppy pillow. I think that's the name of it. I ended up taking it not to feed, not to nurse Ethan, but it was a TikTok that I ended up seeing of a lady saying she put this on the car seat when she was going home because she could kind of put her booty hole on here so she wasn't sitting directly on the chair, and it was apparently really like comforting and less painful. That is why I ended up taking it. Did not use it whatsoever, completely forgot. It was quite late when we came home and I was just tired and excited of having a newborn and didn't even remember about this, so I ended up just putting a towel on the car seat and just coming home like that, and I kind of just sat more or less on one hip instead of directly on my tushy, and yeah, didn't use this whatsoever. But yeah guys, that is all I ended up using from my hospital bag. I hope you enjoyed the video and you found it useful. I do just want to say a small disclaimer that there is a lot of, I guess, advice out there from content creators on TikTok, YouTube, Google, whatever, and you can get very stressed and overwhelmed with things that people are telling you that you need. Please just know that these are their opinions, and like I said, there was a lot of stuff that I ended up putting in my hospital bag that I didn't end up needing, and this is just my, you know, items that I found that I actually used, and I hope that it can be helpful to you. But please know that I'm not telling you, you know, you definitely need this, you should have this, and don't feel pressurized to get it. Just go with what your gut tells you, what you think you will need. Kind of take advice from people here and there, but don't feel overwhelmed and stressed. Trust me, baby and you don't need anything else. Hello. Are you making a cameo?
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh yeah,
Homeboy wants that special juice.
are you serious?
Yeah, there's no milk.
Oh, there's no milk. Bebe. Hi, monkey. Hi. Ooh, you smell like food. Hi. You're making a cameo, huh? Can you take him and I'll get my boob out? Oh my goodness. Hi, Baba. No, my goodness, there was no more milk. I'm so sorry. Yeah. You gave it to me because you don't run away. Wait, this is your diaper change. Don't you? Daddy tried it. Well, it's okay. You feed, and then we're literally about to go get him for him to change you, because how dare he? Are you still there?
I'll change them. Yeah, let me know when you're done.
Okay, bye. How dare he? I completely forgot what I was saying, guys. He's so cute. Please make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below any videos that you would like to see. I do have a whole bunch of ideas and videos that I want to get out to you guys. And yeah, I really hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you next time in my next video. Thank you guys. Bye.